Greetings, Warlords. Rodge here, back with Davey. How do you feel, Davey?
Confident.
Confident. So we are back with another battle report. Our old friend Davey. So he was off battle report duty forever, but I enticed him back into the office for one more throwdown with an interesting idea. So a few months ago, I was looking online as one does, and I saw the Cohors Cthulhu Kickstarter going, and it's an interesting RPG themed around ancient times, ancient Rome, and the Cthulhu mixed in is a secret war going on against the Cthulhu type elements, and like many RPGs, and I don't know if you had this same thought, but you look at it, you're like, oh yeah, I'd love to play like a miniatures game like that, and you're like, oh, it's just an RPG.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But you have a
Not
Roman
this
army.
time, though.
Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? Davey's got a Roman army. I've got a Cthulhu-themed demon army. We can recreate this on the tabletop, do the battle that we've always wanted to do. So this is a Cohors Cthulhu-themed Saga game. It is the Republican Roman board from Age of Hannibal facing the Otherworld from the Age of Magic. So this will be a good test too. I don't believe I've ever played. Well, we did a test game last night.
Yeah.
But that was our first inter-magic history rivalry. It seemed to work fine. So we are going to do that today. Now, I will say, when I was just at the last minute here, I was looking for, just some fluff or lore that I could maybe use to kind of stick onto our battle. And I noticed one of the pages I was looking at looked a little different. It's for the adventure war game, Cohors Cthulhu, which actually will be a miniatures themed game. So it's actually friend of the show, Alvaro, and his brother, who've written Clash of Spears. And I met him at Adepticon last year, and he gave me a Clash of Spears book, which I proceeded to
forwarded to
loan to you. And so, yeah, at some point, I think we'll give it a shot. But he is adapting the Clash of Spears system for, I don't know, kind of like a skirmish, indie game style, campaign type miniatures, small scale system for Cohors Cthulhu. It looks like it's coming out in 2024. So there actually is some form of miniatures type game coming out for it. So I want to give a mention to Alvaro and his brother as I stumbled upon that. So the story for this battle here is the rogue druid Epimedius has been pursued across Gaul by the Lucius Salvius Vetulus of the Secret Order, who's been tasked to hunt down and eliminate these rogue threats in the, at this time, I would say it's the Republic. So Epimedius has retreated across the channel. He's in just the armpit of the world, Britain at the time. And he has been chased there by Lucius. Now, Epimedius, in their struggles, has already summoned a small host of demons through a crack between the worlds and managed to escape. So he's lost all his human followers. He's just got his demons left. He's gone to this ancient bog where, 100,000 years ago, there was a city of worshippers, and the realms are thin, and he's working on a ceremony to merge an ancient demon city into the earth realm. And Davey here is the only one. I apologize, Davey, for a battle report like this online. You should be wearing the Roman helmet with the big crest and stuff.
and I left my toga at home.
Yes. But Lucius has been aided by Nertilla, a local druidess, and we are using Victrix models for those. We'll see that shortly. And so the object of this mission will slowly reveal kind of how it works as we go along, but there's a hill in the middle. It's sort of a variation of the new feud, old feud. and both of the sorcerers are trying to complete the ceremony. So Epimedius, his ritual is to, raise the city from the dead, and she's doing like a counter, like a counter ritual. And so each turn, each one will be more or less successful. And then at the end of the game, we'll find out what happens. So it's not going to be a done deal by any stretch. Such is the way of magic, Davey.
Indeed.
So a couple special rules for this scenario. The sorcerers can use warriors as bodyguard. So everybody knows that they need to complete the ritual, and everybody's behind that is willing to sacrifice their lives. The Romans and the demon, they have no will, these demon creatures. In the center is the hill. It's, the scenario I'm calling ritual maelstrom. And so as the forces of magic and the ritual progresses, it gets more and more chaotic in the hill. So first off, no flyers can fly into or over the hill. The hill is kind of special ground, so nobody can teleport into the hill, as the Otherworld are prone to do. So we threw those in there. But otherwise, there's two other effects equal to the current turn number. So shooting into the hill or out of the hill, so crossing the line around the hill, you will subtract a number of dice equal to the current turn. So on the first turn, shooting into the or out of the hill, you lose 1 dice. Turn 5, you lose 5 dice, So it's more and more crazy, windy, forces coming down. And then similarly, a unit that ends its activation on the hill needs to roll higher than the current turn number if it wants to activate again.
For the second turn or further.
For the second time. So on turn 1, if you want to move across the hill on turn 1, you move. You got to roll a 2+ if you want to activate again. So if you roll the 1 in that situation, the unit cannot be activated again that turn. Can't keep trying in that situation. And the dice is spent. Okay. So around turn 2 or 3, you're rolling 3s, 4s, and then on turn 5, you need to roll a 6. And on turn 6, it's impossible to roll a 7, I think, Davey. So
you did it yesterday.
Every unit will be able to just activate once on the hill. So about halfway through the game, units will not be able to rest and then charge. You'll just have to kind of go in if you just want the reliable charge is how it's going to work. So that is the setup for this one. We're going to take a close look at the army. So this was requested a few times. We're going to take a closer look at the troops themselves. We'll go over the army composition, and then we'll see how the deployment looks, and we'll get to the game. Davey,
let's do it.
Are you pumped about this one? I'm feeling it. This
should be interesting.
This is it. All right.
This is good.
All right.
Let's get started with the demons here. We're looking at 2 points of warriors with heavy weapons, so 16 of them. 1 point of flying warriors, so 8 of those. Big Mama here is a behemoth. The tentacle worm fellows are biped creatures, so on foot. These crazy things I use as quadruped creatures. 1 point gets you 2. I'm running a warlord on foot with no special equipment. And my sorcerer is running breath, bolt, and drain life. If you're keeping track at home, that's 7 points. We decided to split the difference between the usual 8 for Age of Magic and the 6 for normal Saga. Moving over to the Republican Romans, Dave's got 4 points of warriors, so 32 of them, and they have a mix of the chainmail and plain white cloth. They're all wielding those pylums, which differentiate them from the 2 points of Hearthguard in a single unit of 8. These guys have full spears as compared to the prior unit. And Dave is also running a point of levy with javelins. His warlord is on foot with no special equipment, and this is a standard warlord, not the special one the Romans can take. And finally, we have the Druidess Nertilla. So you'll see the troops actually add up to 7 points on their own. When we were planning everything, it sounded like Davey was just going to add a sorcerer to his 6-point army to make it 7 points, and I built a scenario around that. And then he showed up with 7 points of troops and wanted to roll with that. I thought that was fine, but the scenario did require a second sorcerer. So we added Notilla technically for free, but she's a sorcerer profile, but counts as a mercenary for Saga abilities. So that's actually quite a big detriment and big deal for this scenario, not being able to use advanced Saga abilities. And then I gave her a single spell, Banishment, which just pushes units back. There's no magic bonus on the Romans board, so she's just stuck with the 2 dice. And I thought this represented well the kind of a low magic mystic practitioner as compared to her counterpart, who has made pacts with elder gods to be able to sling fireballs and such around.
Here's our battlefield for today. We've got the hill in the center where the ritual's taking place. We got 2 swamps there, some rocky bits, and the woods right there. So taking a look at my forces, I've got just kept my units in 8 for the warriors. I've got the flyers back here, the creatures here, 2 units of warriors, the warlord, enslaved demon there. I've got Epimetheus right there. I've got the behemoth. So this is the big 14 attack one. And we've got 2 more. Those are quadruped creatures. Davey, the Roman forces are arrayed. So he's spread out a little bit to try to stop the flyers from maneuvering in. So Lucius has fought these creatures before. Up front, he's got a unit of 8 Hearthguards. The levies right there. And then a 4-pack of warriors back there, and the other warriors are 7 packs to peel 1 off of each of those to get the additional 4-pack of warriors back there. So I am going first. Let's get to it. All right, Davey's already rolled his 3 dice. He's putting them on his board. He rolled 3 commons on this scenario. That's how the second player rolls. I'm going for good stuff here. So 4 commons, 2 uncommons, and 1 rare. So I use my rare for activation pool. Davey put close formation, tenacious, and a die on Hearthguard there. So I've got 3 warrior creature activations, Rift, supernatural stature, might, our old friend, doppelgangers. Good stuff here. Let's see if I can land a punch. Spend a die to activate these creatures. We're going for it. The weak point in any line is the levies. So I'm going to spend a die on the Rift ability. This will create a chasm through the ground. There's a couple. I could go here. Try to get her, a warlord. Hearthguards are juicy, but I want to see if I can try to ping that unit in the back. And so I'm going to get these guys, this guy.
So on the 4-pack.
So this is the 4-pack in the back. 5+. Nope. This is the unit of warriors next to him. Nothing. And the levy. Nothing. So I'm going to spend the Saga die to activate creatures to charge those levy. I need to roll a 2+, Davey, or else I will just be sitting on the hill right there, which I guess is okay. Let's see if we can get it off. 6, of course. All right, so the creatures have 5 attacks each, so 10. These are coming in with a fatigue, so that's in play as well. Davey's generating 4 attack dice. So I went against these guys because it's the one unit they do not outnumber. So if Davey pops close formation, he'll only get 2 instead of 4. I go first. I'm going to pop might. I gain 3 attack dice, and since I have presence, I get to re-roll up to 3 misses. Okay, goes to you, Davey.
Close formation.
Pop it. Yep, take the 2 defense dice. All right, I'm going to pass, so it goes back to you. Do you want to use my fatigue, or?
I'll pass.
Okay, sounds good. So I'm looking for 3s, 3 rerolls. You're looking for 4s. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, 2 big hits, not bad, Davey. 4 misses. All right, 3, 6, 9, 11 hits. The 2 on me. Save 1, fail 1.
Okay.
So I'm gonna end up with 3 fatigues.
And I
You got to make 11 saves.
11 saves.
All right, looking for 5s. Tremendous.
Save.
So you save 7.
6 die.
7 out of 11, so 4 go down. And you are going to withdraw. I'm going to spend the last warrior creature activation to activate these guys for a movement. Davey, you could reduce it by from long to short, or you could cancel it with 2. Or I will take a fatigue at the end of it. So I could be this far away, but exhausted at the very end. Or I could be this far away with 3 fatigues. Or I could stand there with 1 fatigue.
We're going to take away 2.
Cancel it?
Yep.
Okay. Well, we obey to get onto the hill. End of my turn. It's looking like this. I chose not to cast any of my spells, any line of sight with him, so I don't quite feel confident poking his nose out quite yet. So these guys are blown in the wind a little bit over here. I got these guys in reserve for when something opens up back there, and we're slowly taking the hill. He's rolling 8. See all 6 uncommons, 1 rare, 1 common. So Quinkux can get the warriors activated, but maybe you won't be able to do quite as many warrior activations as you were hoping for this turn. It's Davy's Loba Hearthguard warriors. Stabula Gradui, great if you have the uncommons. These 4 down here, supernatural stature, and doppelgangers left over from last turn.
8.
Davy's going to shoot at those guys right there. They're all in range. I'm going to spend your fatigue to increase my armor from 3 to 4. 1 big hit. Come on, save. Don't save it. Next up, Davey is bringing those guys in for a charge, using a Saga die for that. I'm generating 10 attack dice. You're generating 7 from 7 warriors. You're up first. Do you want to use an ability or spend fatigue? Davey's going to pass. I'm going to pop supernatural stature. If I score at least 3 hits, I get a +1 on my defense dice. So I would go to block on 4s instead of 5s. Back to you, Davey. Davey spent a fatigue to hit me, so I'm going to hit him on 5s. So that might just counteract the ability there. I'll pass. Goes back to you. Anything else? Gonna leave that last one.
I'm gonna spend it.
Okay.
Hit me on 6s.
So I'll hit you on 6s. So definitely probably gonna counteract the ability there, but you got to do a few more hits to successfully wipe them out. So
It's a good chance they'll be exhausted here, but we shall see. Davey's also keeping his troops alive, so that's also good. So you're looking for 4s. I am looking for 6s. 2 hits.
5.
So I hit you twice, so the supernatural stature does not go off.
Use my defense.
Saved them both. How many hits did you do to me?
5.
5, okay. Looking for 5s. Save. Oh, this was an inconclusive fight for sure. We're back to exactly where we started. So nobody loses anything. Those guys bounce, and I'll have a fatigue for the wound and a fatigue for the fight at the end of it. So just an unconclusive scrum. So they'll withdraw short. Here's spent Saganai. Send in the Hearthguard in, Triari. So my boys generating 10 attack dice. Dave will have 16 for 8 Hearthguard. And goes to you first, Davey. 1.
I'm not going to pop that, but I'm going to make you hit me on 6s.
Hit you on 6s. Dave spent a fatigue. Hit me on 6s. I got to do it. I got to pop doppelgangers. All right, so all Davey's attack dice have become defense dice.
Good.
Going good. So you'll need them too. 4 hits through, but you're going to roll 20 defense dice. So Davey, if you cannot get at least 4 5s, oh my gosh. You get to roll. There's only 16 here.
So it saves 2.
Saves 2. Roll 4 more. Come on, Davey. Don't let us down.
We'll see. We'll see.
Saved him. All right. So another inconclusive combat.
And I get a...
Withdraw. Take a fatigue. So you guys will withdraw that way. Determination to charge his warlord in. Right. I'm going to get 10 attacks again. 8 for the warlord. I do have 2 fatigues. I don't believe the warlord counts as a mana pull, so nothing to pop on your board. You want to leave those on there. Those are my wounds. It hasn't worked well removing them. What do you think?
You hit me on 5, right?
Made you on 5s. 1 could take you to 6s. All right. Davey's playing it safe. He'll spend a fatigue to increase his armor from 5 to 6. And he's hitting me on 4s. So just roll good. There you go. 1 hit on you.
6. Here's my defense.
6 on me. Yep.
6.
Good to go. So how many were on me? 6?
6.
All right. Looking for 4 or 5s. Making it through. So absorb 2. The third one for the fight will mean I am exhausted, and the warlord bounces back, but he only has a single fatigue on him for the fight. And he'll go straight that way. Or
Does he go through his guys or not?
he doesn't. He has to try to go his full.
full.
So I would say he actually returns
Yeah.
short.
Where he was.
He's got to prioritize.
Yep.
It's a short.
Short, rather. Yep.
Maybe he's popping Quincux on these 2 units. They'll get to move medium plus short. Movement only, no charges.
Yep.
So Davey used determination to move Nertilla up onto the hill. It's very important that the sorcerers be fully on the hill for the scenario, for their ritual purposes. Right, yeah. So
There's no way those guys should live through a Triari attack.
So they took 3 charges. I think the mistake was spending the fatigues to increase your armor. I mean, it worked out. All your troops are essentially intact, but you didn't accomplish the objective of killing those guys. And we'll see in the future turns here, there's a benefit to your troops getting killed. So that actually helped me out, extending their lives into the second turn here. So you didn't
take any damage really on your turn at least, but you didn't do any damage. And delayed their death will help out the ritual for Epimedius here. So overall, not great. Could have went better. I think maybe spend in some of those wolves to just keep on shooting with the levy there. 4/4, you know.
Oh, that's right.
Sometimes you keep shooting, nothing happens, but
Yeah, I never thought
it
about
could
that.
have
Yep.
served you. But
I
you
think you're
do have plenty of dice on your battle board, and you wouldn't have had those if you spent all those wolves. So pros and cons as ever in the game of Saga. Generating 7 Saga dice, uncommons.
And you made a lot of saves too. Which
So
you made a ton of saves too.
so rolled all 5 uncommons, 2 rares. Oh boy. I'm going to use Portal just to get these guys moved up, and we'll spend a rare, but it does clear another Saga dice, and with activation pool I can top up. Alright, so with the first rare I popped activation pool, got a common, I think another rare, pop Portal to clear that die, and then use the second rare again, activation pool, so that's how I have 2 common die at the end here. But got the monster queued up, gotta go in now. Couple activations, my doppelganger's Astral Bond. Davey popped Legion to remove fatigue from the Hearthguard and Stabby Radii. So closing ranks could be tasty here. So Epimedius, determination to move. He's just gonna pop his little head out there. He wants to gain line of sight to those guys to cast Drain Life upon them. Goes off at the basic level. On a 4+, they take a fatigue. They do not take a fatigue. His magics are weak. Spend 2 activations on the monster. He's going 1 to the side here. Careful to stay out of the hill. And then the second one, he'll go in for a charge. I'm coming in. So the behemoth has 14 to start. I will go in with a fatigue for the multi-activation, so I'm down to 13 attacks instead of 14. Davey has wisely decided to close ranks, so he'll cancel the first casualty suffered, and if somehow I don't do anything, then he won't take a fatigue at the end of the combat. So I'm hitting you on 4s, you're hitting me on 4s. I do have a fatigue. Do you want to use that? Or that's the question, Davey, of the day is the wise spending of fatigue on the creatures and monsters and trying to figure out when to leave it and when to burn it. So what are you thinking here? So this is the first turn of the ritual going off. So every soldier who gives their life will empower the ritual.
I'll leave it.
Okay, sounds good. So you're looking for 4s? I'm looking for 4s as well. Ooh.
1.
So 3 hits on you.
3. Saves on
4s.
Saves on 4s.
I did save the 1 hit on me at least. So 2 go through. 1 is automatically blocked, and you lose 1 guy. So
I needed them to stay.
that could have been a lot
That's a lot
worse.
No, it's gonna be terrible. You're gonna kill my guy.
All right, so I took a fatigue for the fight, fatigue for the second activation, saved a hit. I don't have any more monster activations, but I do have Wheelbay from the Warlord, so I just gotta decide if it's wise, just go for it. So there are a number of models within short that can take wounds first. So I can't possibly kill her, but I can do some damage to Davey that way, where going against these guys, closing ranks, canceling casualties is very blocking on 4. You know, it's tough to get anything through. So
The reason I would go against her is to kind of do the casualties easier than just going straight against the units themselves. So let me mull that over. Pop over here for a moment. So I'm going to spend Saga die to rest. And then I'm going to spend a Saga die on them to activate for a movement. So I do not have any other die over activations over here, Davey. So do you want to shorten it or cancel it or just let me roll? So I could be within 12 with 3 fatigues, or I could be within short with 2 fatigues, or I could be exactly in that spot with 1 fatigue.
How'd that work for me last time?
Well, I don't know if you kept them around, so I think that was all right.
Well, if you get out, you're going to save them. I got to keep them there.
All right. And of course, I have to go for it, Davey. The big guy will be exhausted after this, so that's not good, but I just got a determination. Get my warlord within short for the we obey. And well, actually, it's a second turn here, Davey, so I have to roll a 3 or higher and able to activate within the maelstrom. So things are not always as they seem. Just got it.
So if you would have missed it, you lose all the dice and everything.
That activation
right.
is gone if I would have failed. It doesn't count as an activation. I can't activate again.
Right, gotcha.
So
That's a
I'm gonna
shame.
try to.
And you wouldn't have picked up another. You wouldn't have picked up another.
Correct. So I'm gonna go in with a 3rd fatigue. I'm gonna see if I can touch you, Davey. Davey, can I touch you in a way?
No.
So I want to get as far that way as possible to explode. So we'll see. I don't want to move your base, but this is a legal touch right here. And if I blow up, I will still put a fatigue on those guys. So that's not great. But we're going in against Nertilla, and I think she's going to need some help to make it through. All right, so I'm generating 11 dice. Davey's generating 2. We already rolled a hit and got 2 hits. I'm looking for 3s. So 3 misses, 3, 6, 8. He's looking for 5. So he blocks the first 3 with resilience. So
you got 2 on you, Joe. Let's do
the 2 on me, just for the good of the order. They go through out of spite, but I'm resilience 2, so I can block it. So it goes to you.
So I've got 8.
8, looking for 5s.
4, 6, 8.
Save 3. So 5 go through. You can block 3 resilience. 3 with resilience. You lose 2 models, have to jump in and take the hits for her.
So she's filled up, in other words, right?
Yeah, she's exhausted.
And I bounce
off, and I'll have a 4th fatigue for being exhausted. Nertilla standing her ground against the beast. Flyers are going to maneuver over to here. Right, so this is how it's looking at the end of my turn. These guys rested off. The monster pushed in. 3 dead warriors. Would have liked to have seen more, but that is the way it goes. I managed to exhaust Nertilla, so she's going to have trouble kind of getting out of that spot. Dave will have to bring in more troops to protect her. And things are going fine here, I'm sure. I'd have to get some amazing luck to survive the with the big behemoth next turn, but we've already seen some amazing luck, typical Rodge battle report style. So at this point, the ritual has started, the merging of the realms, bringing the sunken demon city back up from the alternate realm. So we're going to show you how that will work right now. So if the sorcerers are on the hill, they're going to generate d6 for their ritual in power. If they are not on the hill, it's just 1. If the warlords are on the hill, they will add 1 to that value. So neither of our warlords are on the hill. And then you get to add the points for your troops that died that turn. So this is going to be at the end of Davey's turn, at the end of my turn, and it's the massacre points. So Davey lost 3 warriors this turn, so he's going to gain an additional 2. Every 2 warriors is worth 1. So he's a d6 plus 2, and I'm just a flat d6. And whoever rolls highest here will score a ritual point, and the ritual points are the only thing that matter for determining who wins the game at the end of the game. So we will go over that when it comes to it. 4, 6. I need a 6. All right. Davey gets the first ritual point. I'm going to use these tokens here. Davey, keep it secret. Why don't you put it there so we can see those accumulate. So well done. The counter spell is already off to a good start, but hopefully Epimedius can get things going here. All right, Davey's still generating the full 8. 2 rares, 2 pigs, 3 swords. Does that add up? Do you have another die somewhere? Oh, you left 1 on your board.
I left 1 on the board.
Okay. So Dave's got 3 warrior activations. Stabili, Gradui. Queued up here. Close Formation, Legion, and Triarios Radici all have rares on them. Very tasty. I've got Might for some attack. Lovely Doppelgangers. Can't go without. And I'm going to pop Astral Bond right now to increase the resilience on these creatures from 1 to 2. Davey's spending a die for these warriors to charge in. Bring her down! Davey's coming in with 7 attacks from 7 warriors. I've got 10 with 4 fatigues on me now, and I'm exhausted. So I'll be hitting Davey on 5s, and the behemoth will be hit on 4s. Would you like to use any saga abilities or fatigues? Not them. So Dave just needs to get 1 hit through from his brave warriors, hitting on 4s, and I'm hitting on 5s, so I just want to take down as many as I can here. Tremendous. Come on, whiff of the day. Ooh, that's going to be tough. All right, I did give 4 hits on you.
Here's my defense. I got 5. So here's my 4. Saves on 5s.
It's been a pretty good game for saves on both sides so far, but I got to make all of these. Close, not quite. So warriors are within, not there. Fatigue on. Roman steel carries the day.
Well.
So Natrilla will rest with her determination. He's going to shoot into these guys here. 4 shots, hitting on 3s. 3 hits. Blocking on 4s. So 1 block, 2 go through. With resilience 2, that is 1 more fatigue. Davey charged in with those guys back into the creatures there with a saga die.
Okay.
So 10 attacks for the creatures once again. So this will be the 4th or 5th combat they've been in. Verse 7 for Davey. You are up first. What are you thinking about here?
No.
You're going to pass?
Yep.
Okay. I will use... I'm thinking about... I should save that or go for it. I will use Might to gain 3 attack dice, and I can re-roll 3 misses. So we're hitting each other on 4s currently.
I'm not doing anything.
That unit has a fatigue from the last time they came in. I'm going to use that fatigue to lower your armor from 4 to 3.
So I'm hitting on 3s.
Yeah.
Okay. Davey's
You're hitting
looking.
me on 3s?
I'm hitting on 3s because I reduced your armor by 1.
3s, you got how many dice?
13.
Dice.
You're gonna pop close formation.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna gain 4 defense dice.
Still thinking. You're not going to do anything, so it's back to me, right? If I,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
so I get 4 defense. You got 13 hitting on 3s.
Yep. David, you're gonna have to take some losses if you want to kill me. Every
13,
fatigue you
that's
pull is a
6.
hit point, and each one of those is 2 right now.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
I got sooner or later. I got to bite the bullet.
So you're looking for 4s on 7 dice. 3 hits. I'm looking for 3s, and I get to reroll 3 up to 3 misses. So you made the call with the defense dice there. Oops. So 13 hits.
Yeah.
So you're gonna roll 17 saves with your 4 defense dice, but you get a rare on there, so you get to reroll 1s and 2s.
Yep.
So on
So
me,
here's 16. Yeah.
looking for 5s, saved 1. So these will block 1, but with the fatigue for the fight, I'll be exhausted at the end. But
This
okay.
should be 16 plus 1, 5. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
6. This plus 1.
Looks good. Okay, so you're looking for 5s, and you get to reroll 1s and 2s with the rares. So far, you've saved 4.
And I get 1 more for.
4 of the
I
13.
get, here's my 16th one. That was 15.
Okay, yeah, we'll just roll a different one.
So here's the 16th. Get to roll it.
So that one's rerollable.
All right.
Okay. I'll save 3 more. So 7 of the 13 attacks were saved. So you will take 6 casualties. So you got 1 guy left who will retreat. And I am exhausted though.
Charge.
All right, Davey's using Wheel Bay on the Triarii. They're going in to the warriors there. So warriors, 8 attack dice. You got 16 over there. You're still full, still fresh. I have heavy weapons, so currently you are hitting me on 3s, and I'm hitting you on 4s. I do have a fatigue from Big Mama blowing up over there, and you don't have any abilities to use. I do still have doppelgangers in the hole, so it's up to you first. What are you going to use anything?
No.
Okay. I will pop doppelgangers. So your 16 attack dice becomes 16 defense dice. You needed every single one last time,
I did.
but technically it goes back to you. Leave the fatigue.
You're hitting me on 4s.
4s, and you have 16 defense dice. So
Yeah, go ahead.
okay. So 4 hits.
This is what we had last time.
That's what last time
Where I
you just
struggled.
yeah. So you're gonna roll 20 dice. Technically, is there 16 in that pile?
Yep.
So this is 4 more. So you save 1, 2, 3, 4 on the outset. So you're good. So we'll both take a fatigue, and you will bounce. Protect the druid. Davey's going to use determination on his warlord. Go in. Hopefully finish off these darn critters. All right, 10 attack dice to 8. Our boards, mine's clear. Yours has a few things, but nothing to pop. So it's just up to you whether you want to use my fatigues. So these are my hit points as well. I will just plant this 1 seed, maybe. If you increase your armor to 6, since I'm exhausted, I'll automatically miss you. Okay. But you have a fatigue as well. So if you raise yourself up, I can take you back down.
Back down.
And then we're back where we started. I'll put that out there. All right. So Davey's sticking with the raw dice here. Now I have to decide
if I want to take him down or not. And I'm hitting on 6s currently, so this is tough. I could take myself up to 5s and hope beyond hope that he doesn't do it. So I think even just having one creature left potentially could be big. So I'm going to, I will use your fatigue to increase my armor from 4 to 5.
Yeah, okay, let's just roll them.
All right, so Davey's looking for 5s. I'm looking for 6s to get through. No 5s or 6s. Did not save me. So 4 go through. This is probably the end of them, but
Here's my 2, Joe.
2 on you. Come on, fail. Save 1, fail 1. So you'll end the combat with 2 fatigues. And I got to make, to survive, I got to make 3 out of 4. 4 out of 4 would be amazing. I made 1, so those guys are destroyed. And we already measured, when I was moving these guys over, they're out of short range. So no explosion there. This is the end of Davey's turn. Took out the big monster, took out the creatures. That's 2 Saga dice for me, but when his turn comes around, he's got 1 less over here. He's got a 4-pack, a 4-pack, and a 5-pack over there. So maybe I can plink away at some of these somehow. But now we're going to see how the ritual goes. All right, so these guys are 2 each, plus they're destroyed, so that's 5. 5 for the big guy. You lost 1, 2, 3, 4 warriors. That's 4. So this one is probably going to be an auto. Neither of our warlords are on the hill. Roll a d6, 1 or 2. So it's still going to be 1 for me. So 1 ritual point each. The 5 Saga dice. 2, 4 uncommons, 1 common. Mostly warriors left, so I might not be doing too much. Davey pops Stabby Leg right away. So those units will be tough. He's got a Legion he's going to pop. He had the rare on there, so you can remove fatigues from those 2 units. Very tasty. So Davey popped those 2. I'm going to pop Astral Bond on my unit of tentacled creatures over there before I start the turn, and then we'll get to it. So Epimedius targeting Lucius there is Arch Nemesis. Gonna drain life on him. Looking for 2 dice here. Goes off at the basic level. So on a 4+, I can put a fatigue on him, which I do not. Today he's going to use Determination to scurry back behind the unit there.
Coward.
Romans putting up a tough defense. I'm going to spend a Saga die. Do the damage where we can. We're going for the Warlord here. Get as close as we can. Coming in with 10 attacks from the 2 creatures. The Warlord has 8. Davey, are you going to close ranks? He's shaking his head no, folks. All right. I will pop Might to gain 3 attack dice and 3 rerolls on the dice there. And Davey does not have anything to play. Add Triaros is Hearthguard only. Stabby Leg right away is Maniples only. He doesn't benefit from that. So I'm just going all in here on damage. So I'm going to use both of your fatigues to lower you from a 5 to a 4 and then a 4 to a 3. So I'm hitting on 3s. We measured, and Davey's got 3 Hearthguards within range. So I need to do, now at this point I need to do 7 or 7 hits. So if I just do 6, you can block 3, take 3 from the Hearthguard, and you'll survive. So I have to do 7 here. So we'll see. I think removing the fatigues was the right play, but if I roll like Dookie, that won't be. And Davey, of course, is looking for 4, so he's looking to do some damage in return. So 4 hits. So saving 1, 2, 3,
So 2 miss for sure. Got them also. 3, 6, 9, 11 saves
Okay, I got
for
4, Joe.
you. So I'll do the 4 right
warrior.
now. Come on, let's make a couple of these bad boys. Made 2. So with resilience 2, I'll block those 2 with 1 fatigue.
Okay.
So
You got
I'll
11, Joe?
I'll 2 at the end. Yeah, 11. Yep. You're looking for 5s. So anything could happen here. So you saved 3.
2, 4, 6, 8.
So you can't possibly save the warlord. So
Just kill him.
just kill him. So measure short before moving him. Anybody within short
Short.
will take a
short.
fatigue.
These guys are, and these guys. Yep, everybody.
All right, Lucius Varenus, the brave, trampled to death by these beauties here. So I think it was a little lucky probably to get him, but I would have been okay with killing a few Hearthguards because there's no other way I can kill them.
That's why I figured that's why I figured I'd just roll the dice. When I take out the heart card, that's a double hit for me, right?
Yeah, so that unit's probably going to be there till the end of the game.
Yeah.
So I think that worked out okay for you. You know, I would almost rather have the Hearthguard. I don't have an answer for them. Yeah. So, all right, I'm going to do We Obey to declare a charge from these warriors onto Nertilla. I am over short away, so if you spend a fatigue, it's going to be canceled, and I don't have any other way to activate my warriors this turn. So you want to do that?
Yep, let's do it.
Okay. All right, considering with my warlord charging in, but you remove the fatigue, so with Stabuli Gradii up, on average I do 4 hits, you save 2, and I technically do 1 on average, which wouldn't be enough to take a Saga die away from you. So I think I'm going to pass on the charge for this turn because I'd fatigue up my warlord, and I know you might be looking for revenge here. What I will do is use determination to move my warlord just within range of Nertilla, but the Hearthguards are slightly further away, so it would be a double activation for the Hearthguards if they wanted to go against Braxis here. The demon spawned, so Davey will have to respond with something next turn, or else I'll have another crack at Nertilla back there. So end of the turn, looking all right. Didn't lose any more troops, but these guys are back down to resilience 1. So the fatigue bomb will help keep them alive, and the lack of determination, We Obey, and the Saga die from the warlord hopefully will make a big difference in far as slowing Davey down here. I feel he's still got some body. I guess we're pretty close in bodies. I've just been losing the creatures and the big guys, and I've still got 3 sort of untouched warrior packs. So let's see how the ritual goes. His warlord is worth 5 massacre points, 4 plus a unit being destroyed. So you're going to roll a d6 plus 5. I didn't lose anything. My warlord's not on the hill. So I'm just looking for, if I roll a 6 and you roll a 1, we will tie, but it goes off. So Davey's counter spell is progressing nicely despite the losses. Davey's still got 6 Saga dice. 6 Saga dice. Rolling a couple rares is always helpful. He's got Etriarios queued up still on his board, so he has 7 to play with here. So 3 pigs, or 4 pigs or wolves, 2 swords, and a rare. And this is the second half of turn 3. So any unit activating on the hill, if it's their second activation, they need a 4+ to succeed. All right, so after everything said and done, Stabuli Gradii queued up for next turn. 2 warriors, 1 Hearthguard. Gladius with a rare, Tenacious. I'll give you more attacks. Etriaros still hanging out there. I still got Doppelganger. Davies has just got Determination on Nertilla. So just 2 warriors, 1 Hearthguard, so he's not going to be doing too much to me, hopefully. We'll see. Maybe spending a die to charge in those 5 warriors against my 8 warriors here. And I do have a fatigue from prior. I've got 8 attack dice. Got heavy weapons, can't close ranks. He's got 5 attack dice. Davey, what do you have in store for me here, buddy?
Let's go Tenacious.
Okay, so with Tenacious popped, you can gain 3 attack dice. Okay, we are hitting each other on 3s currently, so not too bad. I will pass. You're going to spend the fatigue?
Hit on 2s.
You want to hit me on 2s. Okay, I will pass.
Yeah.
I've got Gladius left.
No.
Saving that one.
Oh.
I still have doppelgangers
You
left
still
too.
have doppelgangers.
So,
No, I'm good.
okay. So you're looking for 2s. I'm looking for 3s. Missed with 3. You missed with 3. So 5 each. Not what it could have been. So 5 alive. Come on. Save 1. So you killed 4.
You got 5 joints.
5 on you. Yep. You saved none. So you lose all 5. No! Oh, that's going to put a fatigue on the Hearthguard.
Yep.
That hurts.
That's
Maybe
brutal.
should have popped Gladius. We'll never know. But it'll put a fatigue on Nertilla too. And those guys. That is a tough beat.
That's.
We expect no less for a Davey battle report though. So these guys will have 2 fatigues.
Yeah. Screw it.
Okay, so you still have a warrior die and a Hearthguard die.
Yeah, I gotta charge the warriors.
So those warriors are going into the creatures there. All right, bring it on.
Attack part 2.
Part 2.
Part 2.
Coming in, I will have 10 attacks. Davey's got 7. He does have a fatigue. I have 2 fatigues.
Gonna pop Gladius.
Pop Gladius, that's what you were saving it for, so I think that's a fair play. So you had the rare on there, so I lose 3. Go down to 7, and you go up to 10. We trade spots. I will use your fatigue to increase my armor to 5. Really need to make sure. Hopefully I can have 1 guy left for Saga die purposes. That will be
I can still
it
take it.
for me. It goes back to you. I do have 2 fatigues. Those are also my hit points. The age-old struggle, a struggle the Romans are unused to in the age of magic.
Yeah, I gotta be hit on 4s.
Okay. Davey spends a fatigue to hit me on 4s. 1 left. You want to leave it?
No.
Okay.
That was probably a bad move.
There we
We'll
go.
see.
So, well,
Let's
got
go.
an extra hit in there. I've got 5 hits on you.
I've got
And
6.
6. That was something else. Okay. So 6 hits on me.
Here's my 5. Save it on 4s.
Saving on 5s.
Save it on 5s.
5 more. Okay. Now I got to make a few of these in order to have anything left. Davey, do you want the Roman forces, Davey? So I've got 1 fatigue, so 3 more with imposing. Oh, Dave, that is a hard bust right there. So those guys retreated. Nertilla did determination to rest. You have 1 Hearthguard activation. So Davey's got 2 magic dice. He's going to try to push my warlord back. Moves him back very short, which is just enough to push him into the rocks here, slow him down. So I should still be within 2 activations because I was within a medium, and I'm going to meet him at very short. So short. Actually, it'd be a short medium for the second one. So still possible to go in. So David decides to rest the Hearthguard. So very rough turn. Sacrifice 5 guys to take out 4 That's still a Saga die. It's 5 guys just to exhaust them once again. So I could have potentially, if things were different, I'd have 1, 2, 3 Saga dice versus 5 and some more bodyguards in the way. And I still have doppelgangers queued up. So as the dice get precious, it gets harder and harder to pop that one. So pretty horrible turn of events for Davey there. But the ritual is still underway. Davey's got a bonus of 5 for 10 warriors. Actually 6 for a unit being destroyed. And I've got, get the camera under control here, 2. So I think if I roll a 6 and Davey rolls a 1, that'd be awesome for the ritual. 2 plus 4, so I got 6, you got 8. So you got another pip for the ritual there. The sacrifice of your warriors, Davey, was not in vain. Oh, man. So Davey would definitely rather have his warriors, but he's got 3 parts of the ritual counterspell off. So it's going to go tit for tat like that every turn. We're going to turn 4 now. So things should go pretty quickly here. Where's the darn 4? Turn 4. So at the end of the game, if the warlord is on the hill, you will get an actual ritual point automatically. If the sorcerer is on the hill, you get an actual ritual point automatically, plus an additional point for every unit that generates a Saga die besides the warlord because he's on his own. So right now, I could get up to 4 bonus points in addition to this one and that one. Davey has 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're still pretty even, and he's ahead. So if somebody gets 7 ritual points more than the other guy, they'll win automatically. Okay, so we're going to come down to some die rolls at the end to see whether the spell, the summoning goes off. So it's my turn now. Turn 4. 2, 3, 4, 5 Saga dice. Once again, 1 fire, 2. In the glare of the light, I see 2 rares. All right, so I'm gonna probably have to cash those suckers in. All right, so with one of the rares, use activation pool, and then I rolled 2 more uncommons, unfortunately. So I used one of the rares for warrior activation. Gosh darn that light. And a common for the warriors there, 2 warlord activations. Dave's gonna pop Stabuli Gradii. You still got Atraeros Radici for the Hearthguard. Otherwise, might doppelgangers. Astral Bond queued up. So Davey pushed the warlord back. So determination to move out. Spend a Saga die to charge in to Nortilla. Abraxas, the demon, is coming for her. But he will have a fatigue. Coming in, I've got 8 attack dice. Davey's got 2 unarmed, can't close ranks. I'm going to pop Might, gain 3 more, and I get 3 rerolls. I'm hitting you on 3s. I will use one of your fatigues to reduce you to 2s. So I'm looking for some carnage here. Oh no, that's going to exhaust my warlord. So 10 hits.
I'll just kill her.
Against you. Well, you got to roll your defense dice.
Oh, yeah.
And you can't win you're not going to win the game if she.
I could.
Well, you're more likely to win it if she's alive. So roll your defense
Let's
dice.
see.
You got 10 hits.
I got 10. I need a bunch here. Saves on 4.
These are the 2 against me. You're unarmed, so looking for 4s. Got 1 through. My warlord's exhausted.
2, 4, 6, 8. You said 10, Joe?
10 hits.
10.
Yep.
All right. Need a bunch here. See what
Looking
happens.
for 5s. So you saved 2. 2 will go through onto her resilience. So she has taken 2, absorbed 2, so 6 go through. So you could take 3 from that unit, 3 from the Hearthguard, and then the Warlord will bounce back a short, and he's exhausted.
Yeah,
Okay, so nobody blew up.
that didn't work at all, actually,
She's still on the board.
because I can't get them.
After that, I'll spend a die to rest, and then spend the other die. I'm going to activate these guys for a movement. What do you want to do with that? Let them go?
Yeah, let them go.
Okay. We'll pull them back to here. It's going to be harder to shoot them out. And that will be it for me. As my spells, I need line of sight, so I don't want to poke him out. End of the board. So knock down another Saga die, but we're still in operation here. The ritual, the sacrifice of these troops, is going to guarantee probably another turn of Nertilla's success here, but let's see. Davey lost 3 Hearthguard, 3 warriors. That adds up to 5. So you're a D6 plus 5. And let's see if I get a 6 and you get a 1. Ah, dang it. All right, I'll grab you another ritual token. Davey's taken some losses here. Hopefully I can pick up some ground at the end here, but the sacrifice of the Roman legions are powering her ritual magic so far. But the bodies are running out.
It's a body count, Joe.
Yeah.
Starting to add up.
So second half of 4. Davey's generating 1, 2, 3 Saga dice. Good for a couple rares. The Roman
Can I use them both at
Jupiter.
the same time?
Yeah, go for it.
Got another one in there?
Getting those swords. Roman might hasn't given up yet. Oh, you need one Quincux with the wolf that hosed me back at an event recently.
Well, I can't complain about the number of dice
Yeah.
I threw. I just didn't get
So,
up.
right. With the additional die, Davey was able to get 2 warrior activations, 1 Hearthguard, and queue up basically all the melee abilities here. And I've still got doppelgangers and astral bond up. It looks like Davey will not be mounting an attack, though. Probably just reconsolidating. Davey's going to rest Nertilla.
Gonna move the Hearthguard.
Hearthguard, moving across, forming a screen. 2 fatigues. I'll just leave those on there. The 2 warrior activations. We're trying to cover the angles. So you can maneuver that back unit there. You just have to stay more than long. Okay, and you got 1 last warrior activation. Just get that guy within short. All right, that's it for Davey's turn. They're forming ranks around Nertilla to complete the ritual and going for the long haul. So for the ritual, nobody was killed. It's not going to be powered up. It's just a straight dice off. So for me, I rolled a 2. Rolled a 2. Nobody will get it this turn. Looking at me, I'm still at 5 Saga dice. Got 3 on my board. I'll pull Astral Bond. 2 commons, 1 rare, 2 uncommons. All right. Put 1 back into Astral Bond. Might, 3 warrior creatures. 1 on the warlord I left. Still got doppelgangers. Davey's got 4 different defensive abilities available. Let's see if we can power through. I will pop Astral Bond on these 2 creatures over here. Spend a die to rest. And then I'm going to spend a die. I'm going to attempt to charge into the Hearthguards. I need a 5 or more. Fail. So the creatures are out of it for this one. Determination to rest. We obey to rest. Spend a die. Bring the flyers over. I guess I shouldn't have used my wheel bay. I'm going to spend a die to activate my warlord for a movement. cancel it or let it go? If I get on the hill, I'm going to get a +1 bonus.
No, you can have the bonus.
Okay. I'm just going to move to there with my 2 fatigues. So this is the end of turn 5. Reconsolidating, getting into a position here for a final push to take down the Druidess next turn, hopefully, and seal the deal. We'll roll off for the ritual. My warlord's on the hill,
Yep.
so I get a +1. So a d6 +1 beats you, so I will get
you got
my
one.
second ritual point. And it is going to be your go. Still have 3 dice, and you somehow accidentally removed your unit back there of 4 warriors.
Oh. That's filling out my...
That's why you keep losing. You just keep removing troops from your board.
I wouldn't more in a ritual. I think I had 4 of them.
Yeah. So
Probably
Davey.
somewhere back here. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Like
No worries. They were just over.
They were elf
long.
and that. Yep.
So
They were just
somewhere
past
back
that.
there.
Something like this. They were
So-
2x2. Okay.
all right, your turn 5. So Davey's got 4 still on his board. He's rolling 3, 2 swords, and a battle wolf. All right, Davey loaded up 2 warrior activations, 1 Hearthguard. Left all that in play. All right, determination to rest. Nertilla down to a single fatigue.
The double move on the...
Double moving the 4-pack of warriors back there. Okay, so they'll move medium plus medium, and they'll have a fatigue. And you've got a Hearthguard activation left. You're gonna rest, charge.
We will rest.
Okay.
So that guy's got 1.
Davey's gonna try to banish the flyers there. 2 magic dice. Pushes them back a short. So it's handled like a withdrawal. So the furthest model away moves directly away. So that actually might make a difference because now they are touching. So their movement is going to be reduced to short. Be gone with ye! So end of Davey's turn, doing a great job protecting Nertilla there. And I've got one last crack at it. I do have the edge in Saga dice, so my goal here is going to be to eliminate his remaining Saga dice, if at all possible. Nobody was sacrificed
You get a +1
power, so it's a d6 +1 for me. 4 is a 5. 3, snuck
Nice.
another one up, bringing it back.
There you are.
All right, 3, 2, 4, and this is going to be turn 6. The last one. I'll keep doppelgangers up. I'll keep might up. So I'm just going to roll these 5 here. 2 commons, 3 uncommons. For my board, I've got 1 Hearthguard, 2 warriors only. I put an extra die into magic bonus. I'm going to pop Astral Bond on the creatures again. Still got doppelgangers. Still got might queued up. Here, I'm going to spend a die to activate these creatures for a charge against the Hearthguard there. So you can cancel it. I have another die that I could go in, so they haven't activated yet. So
But you would need a 6.
they haven't activated. You canceled the activation. So
I can make you use a
so
short.
I can either come in with 2,
You do get me on a short.
and then I have another die for warriors, or I could come in fresh, and then I had to spend 2 dice instead of 1.
10 dice, eh? All right, go ahead, charge them in.
All right, they're coming in. Yeah. 2 fatigues. You got 1 fatigue. Coming in with 10 dice. You would have 10 as well, but you said you wanted to close ranks. Is that right?
I am right.
Go down to 5. Okay. I'm going to use 1 of your fatigues to hit you on 4s instead of 5s.
I'm going to go back where you have to hit me on 4s. Oh,
So you spend a fatigue
Yep.
of mine, so I'll hit you on 5s. I'll pop might. 3 more. And at this point, I'm remembering I wanted to try to drain their life before I went in with the wizard, but he can do something else.
You can hit me on 6s.
Okay, so I'm hitting you on 6s.
Am I outnumbered?
Yep. 8 to 5.
8 to 5. I'll pop this
Tenacious.
tenacious to give me 3 more.
Okay.
Gonna camera that.
Okay. Yep, that's good. Anything else?
That's it.
You're not gonna pop Antriarios, the ability you've had queued up the entire game.
Well, you've got to attack them again to get to. Oh, that's right. If you push me back. Yeah, I will.
So it's 2 auto hits. Or 3 if you're outnumbered. Okay.
Yeah.
So 6s for me. And I get to reroll up to 3.
You serious?
So 5 hits total. You're blocking on 4s, Davey.
Come on,
So
six,
you're
six
hitting me
with
on
13
4s.
dice.
You hit me on 4s.
Hit me on 4s. Oh, yeah,
Plus
big-
3 auto hits. Tremendous 5 total hits. So 5 total with the defense or the auto hits.
Yep.
I'm blocking on 5s. Save 2. I'm resilience 2 from Astral Bond, so I can block 1, 2.
Okay.
With
And
2
how much did you
fatigues.
roll? 5?
I got 5 on you. You're blocking on 4s. There's 1 guy left. Ah! So you have to leave a guy who's touching.
Yep.
So either this guy or that guy.
I'll leave this guy. I gotta put a bunch of.
These guys are down. I use Determination from my Warlord to charge. So I do have a second die queued up, so it's a similar situation. I can come in with 2, or I could come in fresh. So there's a small chance you'll be able to kill him. If you hit with both and I fail both saves, you could kill him because I don't have any bodies. But if you cancel it, then I just spend a die and go in fresh.
Yeah, I gotta let you come in.
Yep.
That's.
So coming in with 2 fatigues on Nertilla. Abraxas, the demon, gets a second chance. All right, my Warlord's coming in with 8 dice. I do not have anything to soup this up. You have 2 dice. You're unarmed, can't close ranks. And I think we decided you weren't going to spend the fatigues?
I'm not gonna spend
Okay.
fatigues.
So I'm hitting you on 3s. You're hitting me on 5s. Save. So no chance of killing me, at least. So 6 hits.
2, 4.
You have 1 fatigue.
Yep.
This is my save. So you did not wound him, but he'll be exhausted after the fight.
So 2, 4, 6. I'm saving on 5s.
Saving on 5s, yep. So you got to make a few of these to avoid any casualties. So you saved 1. So you can absorb.
2.
Well, you took 5 casualties. She absorbs 2 more.
That makes her exhausted.
Makes her
there's 1.
exhausted.
Makes her exhausted. And I need to take 3 more or 2 more?
3 more casualties.
3 more. I will take 1, 2, 3.
Okay. So everybody in that ring will be exhausted. But
Ow.
my Warlord, it doesn't matter. My Warlord's going to bounce.
Yeah.
May have messed that order up because I can't do Wheel Bay anymore because my Warlord's exhausted. So I needed to move there. I do have this 4-pack of Warriors. I do not have a line on Nertilla. I don't have a line on those guys. I could charge that 4-pack and kind of trade. Yeah, those guys are exhausted
These,
for sure. Or do they have 2?
they got 1 for
They have 1 for double activating,
double action. That-
one for each unit
and
destroyed.
2, so they're exhausted.
So
I
they
got
are
all 3.
exhausted.
Yep.
So
I'll just take these out because these won't make any difference. I just need 1. There we go.
yep, I'll spend the 1 warrior activation. So he touches. These guys got to get as close as they can. So something like that. So we might trade here. So Davey I'm coming in with 4 attacks. Davey's got 2 because he decided to close ranks. And I'm going to use, so you're exhausted with 3 fatigues. I'll use 1 of your fatigues to increase my armor from 3 to 4.
I'll use this.
Close formation.
Yep.
That'll get you 2 defense dice because we're the same unit size. I'll use 1 of your fatigues to increase my armor to 5.
And I'll use Gladius. Give me,
Okay. Are you sure? Because if I use your fatigue one more time, you'll auto miss.
What's the difference? This is your last activation anyway, right?
Mhm.
So it doesn't make any difference. It's not what's going to happen whether I use it or not, so I won't use it because it doesn't make any difference.
Well, you
I
can
will
save
use
it. You save it for.
Saving it for nothing.
We'll save it for your turn. You got 1 more activation.
Did I go second? Oh, I went. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm going to save it. You're
Okay.
right.
So Davey's going to save Gladius, and then I'll use your last fatigue to increase my armor to 6, so you'll auto miss. And then I will hit you on 3s. So 3 hits. You're rolling 5 defense dice total with the extra 2, and you're saving on 4s. So you got to make at least 3 of these. You rolled 6 dice. That's too many.
But I got the 3 though.
Well, try it
All right,
again.
let's try again.
Save 3. So I'll bounce off. Well done. Fall back, lads. So my last play, I'm taking my 4 magic dice. I'm going to cast Bolt. I'm going to try to take out one of those warriors. Knock the Saga die down that way. Goes off on the medium level. So I roll 2 dice. If it equals or exceeds, they suffer a casualty. So on a 4+, I'll do a casualty. Got one.
So
Woo!
pink.
Pink.
Nice. Took out a Saga dice. Is that cool?
Yeah, so 1 less Saga die for you to
Yep.
get up to shenanigans with. And 1 less for the ritual point at the end. Although, let's roll for the current ritual. So this is the end of the turn. I'm generating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Saga dice. Going in, looking pretty good. So I killed 3 Hearthguard and 1, 2, I think 3 warriors actually.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
3 for Nortilla and 1
Yep.
I blasted just now. So that we do
5.
count as destroyed units too. So that's 2 massacre plus 2 destroyed units is 4 plus 3 is 7. So I did not lose anybody. My warlord's off the hill, so I can't possibly defeat you. So you will get another ritual point thanks to the brave sacrifice of your Roman legions there. 5-3. All right, I'm just hoping for the end game here. Davey is down to 1, 2 Saga dice, and then determination on Nortilla. And
This is the last.
this is the last turn.
I
So
went last.
roll 2 dice. Yep.
This should go-
Rare. Yeah, might as well go for it. So 1 wolf, 2 commons.
Yep.
And I think if you can kill 1 warrior,
That's-
it might
yeah.
make a difference
Yeah.
for the end of the game.
Because this doesn't make any difference over here.
Or put 1
Put
on
one on
those
those.
guys. Yeah, they'll absorb 1. But you have to kill both of them to knock a Saga die down. My warlord's exhausted. But he's not going to count for the ritual anyways because he's not
No, I need that
fully
guy.
on the hill. So he's got Gladius from before, Tenacious, Close Formation, Warrior. So he's going in with 1 hoorah. And even with doppelgangers, you can overcome it with some attack dice. So might
Really?
be able to do it, yeah.
No.
So the
So
3 warriors are coming
so
in with a
brave.
fatigue. All right, so I'm going to get 4 attack dice. You've got 3. I will use your fatigue to increase my armor to 4.
Your fatigue, yep.
Back down.
Yep. So your armor's 2.
Armor's 3. Okay. I'll pass.
I might as well pass,
Okay.
right?
Yep. with doppelgangers.
So doppelganger sits there.
We'll sit there. Yeah, that's the better play.
Yeah,
We might as well do the defense dice.
yeah. Do the defense one.
So 2 defense dice.
Yep.
Close formation. Pass.
Okay, let's go.
All right. So I'm looking for 3s on you, and you're looking for 3s on me. If you get 1 through, it's a victory of sorts. But I got 3 here on you.
Here's my 3.
Save, fail, fail. So I
Okay.
killed 2. And how many did you get on me?
3.
3. Okay. Looking for 5. Saved 1. 2 go through. So we're going to be even.
Wait a second, Joe. I didn't get all 3. I missed 1. I only had 2 because I only throw 3 dice.
2.
I,
Oh, okay.
I didn't hit them all. I
All
had
right,
2.
so 2. Save, fail. Still got 1.
Yeah.
All right, you'll bounce back, but that will be it.
Back to where it was.
Attila will rest, and that's it. That's the end of the game. So, yeah, that was awesome. She could push, but only somebody she can see. So that's always a play available. Technically, would be to push him, but you have to be within medium and be able to see him. So,
Pushing them doesn't do anything.
yeah, it won't matter.
Okay.
So
I can't push them off the hill, so it doesn't make any difference.
correct. So we do have the final ritual before the last turn. So you're going to get 2 warriors is 1, 1 warrior is 1. So we both have a +1 here.
Straight up.
Just a
This is
straight
a
up.
big roll.
3. So 1 more for me. All right. So for the final tally here, so she is on the hill. So you get 1 for her and 1 for each saga die you generate. So 1 for that Hearthguard and 1 for the levy over there.
He's not on the hill.
It doesn't matter as long as she's on the hill.
Okay.
So you ended up with a grand total of 8 in your ritual pool. I'm going to end up with 1 for him, plus 1, 2, 3 more. So I will also end up with 8.
7.
I got 4 there. I gave him 4 more, so we're both at 8 ritual points. So for the final battle, each of us will get 8 dice in the Battle of Wills. And the ritual here, so basically whoever rolls highest will win. And if we both roll a 6, for example, then the person who rolls 2 6s or 3 6s or gets more doubles. And if that's tied, we go down to the next highest, etc., etc. So let me, I'm first player, I'll roll first. It's got to be in my box to count. That was a 1 off screen, people. I was very quick to say. Still, I started it. 3. Okay. So maybe we can put them up here or something. So 1 to 3 currently. All right. 5. Nice healthy number. 6. Oh, even healthier. Yeah, put the 6 right
Oh,
there.
you're gonna go that way. Gotcha.
Daddy needs a 6. Got another 3. 1, 6. I need a 6 to save it here. Got a 5 for backup. Oh boy. Come on, baby. 2.
Give me 1 more 6.
I got a straight. That's got to be worth
Nah,
something.
I'm gonna keep those 1s.
All right, here we go. 4. Oh, not looking good.
1 6 can do it.
If you can, yeah, get another 6.
Another 1.
That's a deal breaker.
3 1s.
Oh, I
2
love
left.
this. All right, looking for a 6. 3.
Give me a 6 for the victory.
Yeah.
Oh, out of the box. Give me a 6 for the victory. Oh, that looks big number.
Oh, okay. So I
Yes.
can't possibly do it. I did get a 6 to end it. You do get 1 more for posterity. 3. So 2 6s beats it. So the Roman legions are victorious. I mean, they suffered grievous, horrendous losses. And these guys are definitely mopped up by the demon horde. but the ritual was, the counter spell was successful, and the realm of the demons wasn't entered into the hellscape of Britain here. So congratulations, Davey. How does it feel? You were looking pretty low at certain points.
I was kind of down for a little while.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's get together and chat real quick before we close it out.
All right, well, that was the end of the battle. Davey, you son of a gun, you did it!
Leaked it out.
So, yeah, it's always a fun scenario. So I think the last turn or two, if I'd done the sequence a little different, so I lost the wheel bay on my warlord, so I put have, but the heavy weapon guys ended up going in instead of, so it could have been the heavy weapons going in fresh versus the 8 warriors going in with the fatigue. So maybe they wouldn't have done as well with like a -1 to hit versus the +1 to hit. But the 4 warriors would have been safe in the back probably, so I would have had that point. So I think I could have. We're under a little bit of a time constraint here for this one, trying to finish it. So if I just bet about a little more, I think I could have squeezed out another die or two, another ritual point probably, if we weren't rushing, and that made the difference. They're trying to get another 6. So if I had one more
when you
6,
roll the box, it's fun.
that would have cascaded down to victory. So that's a fun scenario. Definitely a brain teaser of a Saga scenario. So you don't play that much, but I think you did well, kind of figuring it out. And
I think
the multi-activation stuff.
Yeah.
And then it's very, very difficult to actually kill the wizard with the lack of multi-activating in later turns, and then it's just mobbed by warriors. So it goes to stretch, went the distance there, but just plinked a couple more somewhere. I would have got a couple more dice, but I wouldn't have necessarily rolled anything with those dice.
Yeah. I think the turn that I lost all those warriors, it took away all offensive firepower after that, other than my Trary, which you can stop with doppelganger. So after that, I'm going, man, I got to hold up, because I had no way to inflict any more casualties on you. I had no punch.
So, definitely that point is kind of you weren't ever going to get a run at Epidemus the way that I was making runs at Nertilla.
Yeah.
But you can kind of keep it even. So if you're trying to win this scenario, definitely, if you can kill a bunch of the enemy guys on one turn, and they're going to win that turn for the ritual with the sacrifice, but then they're going to have less troops to distribute. Yeah. And then first turn attacks before that business even starts, if you can trade. So that's what I was trying to do. Just kill some levies. I think I was pretty early with that one unit just holding out against all odds. In the end, it wasn't killing anything. It was taking some of your resources. So maybe you would have had the warrior units in a slightly different position on that left side, but it might not have worked out for you.
Yeah.
Because you needed them ultimately by Nertilla to take the hits. So I could have done a little differently, come out ahead, but I'm going to post this scenario. It's going to be on the Patreon. You don't need to be in the Patreon to access it. I'm going to set it up that way. So anybody, if you want to play the scenario, can just go there and you can just get it without having to sign up or pay for anything. But it's a fun scenario. Thank you to Davey.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks for the
stepping up, giving you that.
Appreciate it.
Now, since you've won, you're probably going to want to come back and do some more battle reports, right? No need to answer at this time, Davey.
I'm just going to go away and never come back. And just say I won the last game.
Yeah, you won. Well, that's true. Yeah, you want to.
If I won, I don't have to.
I'm out.
I'll definitely be back. Appreciate it.
So, always a lot of fun. It's kind of a slog recording these, so I do appreciate your efforts, buddy. And we'll catch you again. See you next time.
Yep.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Saga!
If you'd like to see more Saga content, consider joining the Heathen Army over on Patreon, or popping on down to the Saga Thursday Discord server. Links below. Thanks, guys.